Hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video, I'm going to talk about my experience, what I've seen with histrionic people, with narcissistic people, the people that have behaviors. I don't know anybody who's been diagnosed, and it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. But I remember a time when people would say that the baby of the family is the one that is spoiled online, especially if the baby was born. When it was born later, a lot later, or unexpected, years from the last child. That one, you know, it doesn't have to be this way. Like I said, I've also seen it could be a different child, like a child that is, like a family has 4 boys and then a girl, or 4 girls and then 1 boy. That boy, in that kind of situation. Okay, and I've mentioned this before. It's when that, say that there's, you know, that child is born later on. There was an original child in a dysfunctional family that could have been treated as more of the golden child. Say it was the second child. And that second child was going toward being rather narcissistic. But then later on, that other child, you know, whether it's the baby or, you know, the one that's not the same sex as the others, and it's the only one, that child takes the place of that, the original golden child. And that original golden child becomes more histrionic because it learns, he or she learns, that by doing those behaviors, they do get some of that attention that they need, that they desire. They don't need it, they desire it. They want it. But that other one is still treated as the special one. Okay? So that one becomes narcissistic. This is my experience and what I've seen. Like I said, one size doesn't fit all. Okay. And also my experience with this is that the one that was the original one, the one that became the histrionic, is often is the favorite of one of the parents, or one of the, somebody's, you know, from that generation, or maybe the grandparents. It's the favorite. And so that one gets a lot of attention from that person. Now, in that family, the one that has the histrionic behaviors knows, all of them know, that the narcissistic one is considered the favorite, and they often become their flying monkeys. Maybe there might be a child, or maybe a couple of them, however many, that doesn't, but that one narcissistic one becomes the favorite of the family and can do no wrong to anybody, you know, to the ones that fall for it. I mean, I don't want to say really fall for it, but you know what I mean. And that one can do no wrong because they for at least for a while, they are blinded by it. Hopefully, eventually, they come out of it, but that's not always the case. Okay, now, in this kind of situations, the ones who do are like the flying monkeys. They will protect them, that no matter how bad they are, and trying to tell them, you know, that this one is bad, or this one, oh, no, something is wrong with you. And the one that's a histrionic knows it, is aware of it, and they tend to, they'll see it, they'll admit to it, but they will still protect because that is what is expected. And that's it. At least that's been my experience, that is expected. But they, sometimes what they do is they get like a little war against that one, then they start triangulating the other ones, big time triangulation. So it can go either way. Okay, now I'm going to go a little deeper. If you are someone who is observing that behavior, and you have tried talking to whichever one, you know, say you're married to one of them, and you try talking to them about it, and you see the behavior, and you try to talk to them, it doesn't go anywhere. Then you try to show them. Remember how many of us were taught this, that you know, some people you have to show them how it feels. You know, that doesn't work these days, and it probably didn't really then, because as we all know, you know, people who are abusive, they have those behaviors. They, you know, that tends to feed that's their supply, for one thing. Or it just is an injury, and then they really come at you. Okay, now I'm talking about this because I recently saw somebody try this, and the person who tried it was rather histrionic herself. Okay, but the whole thing was that she wasn't going to realize, and I doubt she tried it more than once, just to show them how it felt. But that was feeding that family of them. That was feeding them. That was causing them, not causing them. This is what they do. You know, the whole thing of they infantilize people, make them, treat other people like they're children, and they're the only ones who know how to do everything. So when she tried it twice, different times, they just thought of her. I could see it. I was a witness. It wasn't me. I could see her, them treating her as though she's a child, and she's just young and stupid kind of attitude. But she wasn't. She was trying to show them, this is how it feels when you do this, or she was just trying to get attention directed at her, or both. But no, it didn't work. So, and I personally think it's not going to work. I think many of us might have that feeling, feeling because we were taught that so much. At least I know people around me at my generation, when we were young, we were taught that. But it really doesn't work. It just feeds their fire in whatever way. Okay, now as you know, mine is not an advice channel. But what would I do in this kind of situation? If possible, just to go no contact with all of them, But at the moment, it would be the grave rock or no contact as well. Just walk away at that moment. If whatever it is, just to walk away. To get drawn into it, because they're probably going to be really great at triangulation. Yeah, not a good thing. I think another thing that you would be a witness. Okay, I don't think the end of my video taped, but in this kind of situation, like I think I was saying, if it recorded it, is somehow get away, or you're going to be witness to all these kinds of games, major games, treating people like children, triangulation, on and on. And even if it means, if you can't go no contact, go no contact. If you can do gray rock, walk away, whatever it is. But yeah, you'll be witness. Anyway, if you want to subscribe, that'd be great. If you want to leave a comment, like, share, comment, all that good stuff, it'd be appreciated. I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.